On Sunday, I got word the best GDKP on Fairlena was looking for a priest, and I had my sights set on Rapture, the epic weapon that would push my arena rating past Duelist for the first time ever. But I needed to show the raid leader I had 25,000 gold to get in. The only problem? I had less than 20,000 gold. Could I learn and optimize the best gold making method fast enough to make 5,000 gold in 4 hours? Or would I be riding the bench, doomed to never improve my gear or my arena rating? It's 1 PM and the raid starts at 5. I really don't have a lot of time. The best thing I can think of to make 5,000 gold in 4 hours is to master the saronite shuffle. With 400 jewel crafting, if I buy saronite ore, prospect it, and get lucky with the gems, I could turn 20,000 gold into 25 in time for the raid. But I'd need to prospect over 15,000 ore to make it happen, so I'd have to get to work. So I opened up the auction house using the Auctionator add-on and started buying saronite at 1.3 gold each. I wanted to start slow, so I bought 1875 ores for 2,400 gold. But before I started, I set up my prospecting macro, which makes prospecting only require 1 button press. I had also heard about Speedy Auto Loot, which removes the confirmation box for faster prospects. Then I spammed my prospect button for half an hour. After manually adding up the gems I got using a notepad and a calculator, it wasn't pretty. I'd made less than 500 gold after fees, and worse yet, I had 2890 gold tied up in items I'd have to sell in the auction house. I needed solutions fast, but first I needed a way to track my profit so I wouldn't waste 10 minutes calculating every session. I decided on Kiwi Farm, which lets me select the Auctionator price data, and then it does all the calculations for me automatically. After posting all my gems and seeing the potential profit, this was the time to scale things up. So I bought 3,600 saronite ore at 4,700 gold. And after nearly 35 minutes of backbreaking prospecting, I had only broken even. That's right, 720 prospects led to a disappointing 4,850 gold. But wait, there was great news. The price of gems went up, and so the actual value of my gems was looking well over 5,000 gold. And my first batch was selling crazy fast, so I had at least 800 profit locked in. Well, actually not every gem was selling fast. So I'd be stuck with gems at 5 PM instead of the raw gold I needed. So I got recipes like the Sparkling Sky Sapphire, Deadly Monarch Topaz, Timeless Force Emerald. I could still bank 4.5 gold per cut gem just vendoring, so I was actually making more gold in some cases. So looking back, if I had just gotten popular gem cuts for every color instead, I could have made 20 or 30% more profit. While I cut all the gems, I also spotted a side flip. There were 1,300 Northern Spices priced 30 silver lower than the next stacks. If I could reset the price, I could potentially make over 150 quick gold. Meanwhile, I was getting desperate and thinking about spending my conquest emblems on a ruined orb, so I figured I'd farm another one. I decided to prospect while I ran a daily Azul Narub. I bought 2280 saronite for less than 3,000 gold and took my summon. Except in the process of setting up a skip run, the leader somehow bugged out the instance and the final boss was missing. Like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you've ever had a disastrous skip run. So everybody flamed him mercilessly while I just wordlessly kept pressing my prospect button. After all those prospects, I had profited 360 gold, so I was up 1160 profit with 2.5 hours to go. But I had wasted a lot of time and I was spending too much time uncertain about profit. So I whipped up a saronite prospecting calculator and also put the link below the video. After making the calculator, I jumped back in and bought another 2,000 ores. With a little more than 2 hours to go, maybe the game felt bad for me because I made way more gold than expected from the prospects. From 1910 ores, I made 603 gold profit, so I was up to 1,750 gold profit. But I was still running out of time and I was getting desperate, so I spent my remaining emblems on 2 ruined orbs to sell for an extra 1,300 profit to get to 3,000 total. And then I went all in. I bought 6,245 saronite ore at 8,307 gold. If I made at least 2,000 gold, I'd be in the clear as long as the gems sold fast. And what proceeded was a grueling 1-hour session where I must have hit the prospect button thousands of times. But when the dust settled, I had a shocking 10,400 gold on my tracker. This had been the most profitable prospecting session yet, and I was on track for over 5,400 gold profit in under 4 hours. I had to price the gems lower than I wanted to make sure they sold instantly. But luckily, the raid was a little bit delayed, so I had enough time to make all my sales and collect my gold. And finally, with my gold in hand, I was a lock for the GDKP run. And I only wanted one thing, Rapture, and I was willing to spend big. And that day, fate was on my side, and the Rapture dropped from Iron Council. I immediately sniped it for 6,500 gold. And then I had my new weapon, the weapon that would take me to Duelist and beyond. And I had mastered the art of prospecting in the process, a method that would definitely not get nerfed just a few days later. And while prospecting is my current favorite gold making method, it's useless without some startup gold. Learn how to make 900 gold per day with my new daily route. Check out that video next.